They get in the head in the count. They throw you pitches in certain spots and let you beat it in the ground, and weak pop-ups. When you're a power pitcher, you challenging those hitters. You striking them out. You throwing a fastball. So where you going to full counts to a batter, and you throwing 8, 12 pitches to a batter. When you become a finesse pitcher, you learn how to get by with 3, 4 pitches. Put the ball in the spot, let them hit, let your defense work. So they learn as they develop in the game, and those power pitchers, unless they, learn to develop themselves, they don't have long careers. That's,
Well, being that you have more experience since you were a former scout, you know more about the business of baseball. What could Kerry Wood have done? I mean, being that he was young, he probably listened to the organization. The organization told him you have to pitch. But what could he have done to save himself? Say there's an upcoming pitcher out there who that's in the same position, and his arm's hurting, but he's got a contract and he's got millions of dollars on in there, and he has to perform. What can he do? How could he fight back? Not fight back, but protect himself and make his voice heard that I need to be taking care of my arm, or what does he do?
Well, it's not really what he can do. I mean, you just learn from experience. I mean, you'll usually find the veteran players to take the rookie players under their wings and let them know, look, you don't need to do this, you don't need to do this, reserve your arm. We had some kids at Lou, who used to be my shortstop, who played with the Pirates, Philly, so on and so forth, in the big leagues for 18 years. He worked with over the winter, and he was teaching them how to reserve their arm. You use your legs and your hips when you're making those throws, and you don't use your arm till you have to. So you learn over the pace of the season. Like if you notice in the big leagues now, you don't see guys legging out balls for triples. They'll pull up with the double because they know through a 162-game schedule that going around all the way to third base and getting thrown out on top of it, that's wear and tear on your body during the course of the season.
And like you said, that comes with experience.
With experience.
And how did do you think Kerry Wood was? Being that he was young, was he in any way pressured by the organization?
I don't know. He's pressured. You're young. I mean, it's your ambition to play in the big leagues. You get that call to the big leagues. You're gun ho. I had a pitcher when he pitched college ball. You know him, Rick. He's always, I'm throwing 1,000. That was his motto. I'm throwing 1,000. When he went to college, he realized you don't have to throw 1,000 to be an effective pitcher. Use the sliders, use the changeup. So it's just when the veterans take you under wings in school, you know how to reserve your body, use pitches when you have to, and so on and so forth. So, I mean, it's just, as with anything, it's a learning process even in the big leagues. And a lot of these big league guys, you get a chance to talk to them one-on-one. That's why, we do our interviews with them. It ain't just standing media course. It's your behind-the-scene course. How did you do this? How you prepare for this? They'll tell you how different guys took them under their wings and taught them how to do this and taught them about this on field and so on and so forth. I've had some of those conversations with Lou when he played winter ball over in Venezuela. He was telling about some of the big-name shortstops, and I forget the names now. They escape my mind. Took them and they took a little ball you play jacks with, the little bitty ball, and they were in the back of the stadium throwing it up there and teaching them how to, get in position for fielding off just that little ball, because if you train off that little ball, when the big ball comes,
looks like a basketball.
Exactly. So, just little footnotes that he was telling the players and this and that while we was over there. Some kids I took over there to work out with him. So you just learn, veteran leadership schools you.
Right. Well, just like the young kids that I coach, I know that being healthy and fit is the most important thing for longevity and to get great. So I train all my young guys to be athletes, and so I train all of them like athletes. Doesn't matter if they're pitchers, shortstop, or outfielders. That there's a certain strength level that they need to have, and athletic ability. I mean, if you look at athletes, real true athletes, they're the strongest. And they hardly ever get hurt because they're well-rounded. They're not just I don't like when I hear pitchers say, "Well, I'm a pitcher. I don't need to do this, or I don't need to lift weight. I shouldn't lift weights." And there's a misconception with a lot of coaches here in Chicago. Well, not just here in Chicago, but there's a lot of just coaches everywhere. They say that a pitcher should not lift weights. That's the old way of thinking. I always say, you know what, you should. Yes, there's a proper way to lift if you're if you're a pitcher as opposed to shortstop, I would treat both of them different. Because of course the pitcher, he has to protect his arm a little more. So there's certain strength training that he should follow, a certain regimen, whereas a shortstop would also be different. But that's what, I mean, if you want to stay healthy, honestly, that's the best way is.
Well, that's what we got Masinski. Know your body, know your health.
Well, he's more of like a holistic, more like herbs.
You got to be well balanced.
Right, but you still have to. I didn't hear him talk about strength training yet.
Well, but that wasn't his. It was health from health standpoint. Yours from this standpoint.
Yeah, mine is a training, the physical part.
Well, the old mentality about pitchers lifting was that the bulk would interfere with the motion,
and that's not true at all. I mean, that's false thinking. Back in the day, people thought if you lifted weights, you were gonna get thick and bulky, and that's not true. I mean, you're gonna get strong. There's a thing about specificity as well. Albert Pujols, he lifts weights.
Seiko.
He's not a pitcher.
Weights. Well, no, there's pitchers. Look at Roger Clemens lift weights. I mean, honestly, that's what's been keeping him in the game.
Steroids kept him in the game.
Well, steroids, I mean,
it kept him in the game, but they didn't get him in the game.
Right. Well, steroids, the truth is, steroids is all in the major, in all sports. It's prevalent and it's out there. It's not talked about as much. If you get caught, then the media runs with something but I mean, trust me, it's out there. And being in the business, there's certain things that that people don't talk, but people in the media won't even talk about it. But sometimes it comes out. Half those players, I mean, come on. I knew when Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa.
Call the names. FCC get ready. We finna go to break now. Berto finna get us in.
Well, we're keeping it controversial, but let's go on break.
We'll be right back. Talk to me with the coach.
Alberto, yes indeed.
Hey, feel like your business or product lacks the exposure or attention needed to make the big bucks? Well, you can advertise on this network, reaching over 1.2 million listeners. For affordable advertisement rates, contact us at 888-833-7688. That's 888-833-7688. Talk to me with the coach, Michael E. Mayden. Streaming live to a worldwide audience, 24/7. www.mem247.com. That's www.mem247.com. All right, we're back in the studio with Talk to Me with the coach, Mike E. Mayden, as we're promoting the launching of our new sports network Monday through Friday, 10 to 2. 12 to 2. See, y'all got me so backwards now. I don't even know what time we're on. 12 to 2, Monday through Friday. We're going to be streaming live over www.hsn.org. So all those you in Radio Land, you listeners, you tune in to our website, hear sports. We're going to be bringing you game of the week as we're going to be out at Joliet Junior College against Waubonsie Wednesday doing a live broadcast. We're going to be streaming it to our worldwide audience, and we're going to be out talking sports. We're going to be, you got Fernando here. Fernando, say hi to my audience.
How you guys doing today?
You've been pretty quiet over there, Fernando. We're going to get him talking, though.
I like hearing Berto talk.
Berto, you can't talk. Just say hi, Berto. That's it.
I'm not getting paid enough to talk, so I'm going to,
Fernando took all the money. He got a $3 million contract. Talking about he's Fernando Valenzuela. Then I see him walking here 5'3". I'm like, oh, I gave the money to the wrong man.
Wait a minute, he's getting paid?
Yeah, $3 million. He then he got a guaranteed contract. So it's like Tiger Wood, prenups. I can't take it back.
And guess who wrote the contract? His wife. She's the one with brains, I guess.
And she don't even like sports. She don't even know you here.
No, she don't. She think I'm at church.
See?